having the hearing. All right. Today's date is March 8th, 2022. In Dickens County, Texas, I call cause number 4798 in the interest of Cooper Lee Espinosa. What says the state?
Present and ready, Your Honor.
Also present by audio and video is Megan Longoria. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Also present by telephone is Kyle Espinosa. Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Espinosa?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Boutros, would you announce the partial agreement, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The parties have had a chance to confer and have the following agreement, wherein the parties will be named as joint managing conservators of the child, with Ms. Longoria having the exclusive right to determine the primary residency of the child. The parties have agreed to visitation to occur beginning on March 26th, 2022 at 5 p.m. For 1 week period ending on April 2nd of 2022 at 5 p.m. with pickup and drop off to occur at the Stripes in Crosbyton, Texas, and then visitation to follow every fourth week, beginning on the Saturday and ending the following Saturday. And the specialized visitation is due to the work schedule of Mr. Espinosa. So visitation will occur every fourth week, beginning on Saturday and ending on the following Saturday.
All right. Every fourth Saturday?
Every fourth Saturday, beginning on 3/26 of 22, starting at 5 p.m., ending at 5 p.m. the following Saturday, with pickup and drop off to occur at the Stripes in Crosbyton, Texas.
Got it.
The parties have agreed that Ms. Longoria will continue coverage of the child on the current government medical assistance program the child is on. And so that just leaves the issue of child support and medical support, which is the one contested issue that the parties have. The parties do also agree to no retroactive child support. So the only issues we have are current child support and medical support.
All right. All right. Let me ask you, Ms. Longoria, is that in fact the agreement you're making?
Yes.
And you think it's in the best interest of your child, Cooper?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Espinosa, is that the agreement you're making?
Yes.
And you also think it's good for Cooper?
Yes.
All right. Then we'll go ahead and have a hearing on the other issues, on the amount of child support, if any, and medical support, if any. Go ahead, Ms. Boutros. You may call.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Kyle Espinosa.
Mr. Espinosa, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Mr. Espinosa, do you have any other children that you have a duty to support?
I do.
How many other children do you have?
I have one living at home, and I have another one that I pay child support to the state of Oklahoma.
And the child that's residing in your household, that is a biological child of yours, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you currently working?
Yes.
And where are you currently working?
H&P drilling.
Okay. And what is your position with them?
Motorman.
What was that?
Motorman.
Okay. And are you paid hourly or salary in that position?
Hourly.
And what is your hourly rate of pay?
$25 an hour.
And how many hours do you work per week?
I'm sorry, I missed the hourly rate.
$25 an hour.
Thank you, sir.
And how many hours a week do you work, sir?
I think we established it was 45 or 40.
Was it 42 hours a week?
I think that's what you decided on.
Well, let's talk about your schedule just so we make sure that we get that correct. What is your current schedule like?
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and they split my paychecks.
Okay. So you work 2 full weeks, that's 14 days in a row?
Yes.
And how many hours do you work a day?
12.
So you work 12-hour days for 14 days in a row, and then you're off for 14 days. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so we calculated an average of 42 hours a week. Is that right?
Yes, that sounds right.
Okay. No further questions. I pass the witness.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Espinosa?
I work in the oil field.
And you're a driver?
No, I'm a motor hand on a drilling rig.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know that hasn't come up through the question and answer?
Well, everything, as far as working on the rig for 2 weeks, I got to do all my expenses and driving and fuel, and I think the child support rate's too high. I don't think I would really be able to afford it after having to buy and pay all my expenses.
What kind of expenses do you pay for?
Well, I drive 5 hours to work one way, and then I have to buy all my fuel, my boots, my food, everyday expenses.
Have you prepared your 2021 tax return?
Haven't, not yet.
The one that's due to be filed in April?
I haven't. I've been
Did
so
you
busy,
file last year?
My wife was supposed to have done it. I'd have to ask her.
Okay, anything else you want me to know?
I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Boutros, Ms. Longoria, do you have questions you want to ask him?
I do not.
Okay. Ms. Boutros, you may call your next witness.
The state rests, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Longoria, anything you want me to know?
Nothing really.
How old is Cooper?
He turned 8 months old yesterday.
Okay. Does Mr. Espinosa, do you live in Dickens or in that Dickens County?
No, I live in Lorenzo.
In where?
I think it's Lorenzo. I think it's Crosbyton County.
Yes, I'm familiar with Lorenzo. I'm concerned about this visitation agreement for when Cooper starts going to school. Do you plan to take him to school during the week that you have him?
Yes.
Mr. Espinosa?
Yes.
Okay, even though it would probably involve driving over to Dickens.
Yes. I just want the meeting spots to be halfway for pickup and drop off.
Okay. Ms. Longoria, do you have any concerns about that?
I did it because I don't know exactly if he's going to be able to take him to school on the days that he has him. But if he agrees to taking him to school, I mean, that's a pretty far drive from Lorenzo to here, which he would be going to school in Spur or in Afton. So that's a pretty far drive. So I didn't know if he was going to be able to take him to school or not. But if he can, then I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, we can give it a shot, I guess. All right. Ms. Boutros, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we had calculated child support based on 42 hours a week, which is what we calculated the average to be. I calculated it based on a medical support obligation of $50 a month. And as the court is aware, that could have been set up as high as 9% of his income. But based on $50 a month, I calculated child support to be $5.99 a month. And that was just based on the statutory guidelines.
All right. Ms. Longoria, what do you want me to do?
I think it's fine.
Okay. Mr. Espinosa, what do you want me to do, sir?
Well, I'd like to drop it a little bit. Like I said, I have other kids and I have a lot of bills that I have to pay, and I can't lose what I have to pay one child support when I'm already paying another child support and taking care of another kid.
Okay.
I don't mind paying child support. I'm not trying to get out of it, but I do think $5.99 is high.
All right. Based on the testimony and the evidence before me, then I'm approving your agreement for the one week, every fourth Saturday, the visitation, the joint custody with Ms. Longoria determining the residence, and she'll continue to provide the Medicaid. I'm approving your agreement in all those respects. As to the medical and the child support, I'm ordering Mr. Espinosa to pay Ms. Longoria the $50 per month that will go to the state as reimbursement for medical costs. And I'm ordering that if there are any bills not covered by the Medicaid, you each pay half. As to the child support, I'm ordering Mr. Espinosa to pay $450 per month child support to Ms. Longoria. And I've reduced that was calculated because of the extra possession that he has for an entire week, every other Saturday, or every fourth Saturday. I'm waiving court costs. Is there any other relief I need to address?
I believe that covers everything, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Boutros is going to prepare that order for my signature, and I will sign off on it. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody can request a new hearing. If you do that, you get a new hearing in front of the district judge, and he or she would start over and make their own decision. They're not bound by anything I've done. But if nobody does that, this order starts to become final, and you should get a copy either in the mail or by email within about 2 weeks. If you don't have one by that time, please go ahead and call the AG's office in Lubbock, rural, and remind you one, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you all, and to Cooper too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Mr. Espinosa, you can hang up, sir. Ms. Longoria, sign off as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.